Do you guys have a suggestion for me? Has this ever happened to you where your neighbors are making too much noise? 1,000%, maybe I'm 999%, I should say, sure that it's sexual noise, and I don't know how to handle it. Oh, your zipper's down. Yeah? Why don't you stop looking at my nut down here, right? God! What's up? Hello? Ted Jones here. Shabbat Shalom. So this shirt, by the way, Ted Jones World merch, if you guys have ever seen a podcast or freaking, I don't know, seen me ever, I'm usually wearing some merch. This says large, bro. This is fitting like a schmedium a little bit. Anyway, got back from the Sunshine Comedy Fest in Florida, and I had never been to Northern Florida before. And I gotta say, you guys are doing well up there, man. There's so many freaking vegan options for a guy like me who's vegan. If you don't know I'm vegan, well, yes. You guys are maybe noticing, you're like, why is Ted's hair a little bit out of control right now? I just washed it. And like, if anyone has any suggestions for shampoo, I guess you could let me know. That would be tight. Just because like, I only found out like pretty recently that guys or boys rather are only supposed to wash their hair like 2 or 3 times a week, or even anybody in general, which I guess makes sense because like, you know, back in the caveman days, we weren't using shampoo. You know what I mean? We were just fucking jumping in that river, and then that cold water was making our hair nice and regular, even though like why was I don't even know how I got into that tangent. Yeah, but St. Pete, Tampa, it was cool there, man. I can understand why people would want to go down there. It's freezing right now, it's uncomfortable, but then on the flip side of that, it's like yin and yang. We get summer and then it's like super hot and we just wish for it to be cold, and it's super cold and then we wish for it to be hot. It's interesting how that works, right? It's like a black and white cookie, a vegan black and white cookie. Yeah. All right. Well, I do have a 5-minute set. I jumped on one of these shows in St. Pete. So I'm going to play that 5-minute set. There's a couple bad words in there, a little crowd work, but I'm going to play this right now. And it was fun to do. So if you guys are watching, you'll see this video. And if you guys are just listening, enjoy. All right, here I am at the Sunshine Comedy Club on the last night of the festival, actually. This was Sunday night. Check it out. Oh, all right, well, I flew in from New York. My arms are tired, right, brother? Nice. He's like, I heard that 1 in 75, right? Is this a family right here? Nice. I could tell. You're sitting like an awkward amount of distance from your mother. What are you, like 18, 19? What? 19? Yeah, in a couple years to move a little bit closer and appreciate your mom. Dude, like I remember I was so sick like 3 weeks ago, and I lived by myself, and the amount of times I was like, Mom, must have been 150 times, dude. So you'll get to that point. COVID is something will get you, bro. And maybe Northern Florida, are we unvaxxed? We're not even starting that, okay? All right. Nice, man. Nice, dude. Fresh. You got arrested, my man. I heard. But you didn't say what you got arrested for. But you got a little whitey bulger in you, doesn't he? With the hat and the white beard. Oh shit. He's like, I did run with the whitey. What'd you say?
Don't make me come up.
Don't make me come up. Holy shit. I won't. Okay. Next topic. Next topic. Let's go, man. I come up here, you guys are like, this guy definitely yelled at his mom during middle school sleepovers when his friends were over, right? But it gets better. It gets better, you two. This is your mother and your dad, or your mother and your mother's boyfriend? Oh, okay. Maybe I can understand the distance a little bit, right? You want to be cool, but, you know, he's being the cool stepdad. I love it. Love it, man. So there are a lot of Panera Breads in Florida. Nice, smooth transition, right? Wild. Okay? And like, I feel like now that we're in Florida, Florida's like the only state where a 7-year-old can be barefoot and shirtless in there, and it's totally cool, right? It's normal, man. I was in New York last week. I got logged out of my Panera Bread account for the 3rd time in a month. And I'm sick of it. They already have what my face looks like. I don't care if somebody hacks into my Panera Bread account, okay? And steals my bonus points, right? It's ridiculous, dude. Somebody does hack into that, though. You get that kid who's barefoot and shirtless in there, a tuna fish sandwich, right? Yeah, dude, you gotta do that. By the way, give it up for your waitress right here taking orders. Nice work. Let's go. Let me ask you this, man. What's your name?
Me?
Yeah, you, girl.
Kiana.
Kiana, all right, you know who you look like? I don't know, maybe you've gotten this. You're like a prettier AOC. Anybody ever tell you this? Right? She's like, we are not fucking with AOC, but right? Do you ever get that? No? Doesn't she look like Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, right? I see you back there. She does, right? All right, no, now she's the star of the show. She's loving it. Let's go, man. Yeah, dude. So sometimes I'll act like that and people think I'm gay. What do you guys think? What's the verdict? Well, I'll tell you, all right? I remember when I was like 14 years old, I was the first kid in my middle school class to like start putting my fingers in my friends' butts during recess, dude. Yeah, man. Everybody had the same reaction, but then 2 weeks later, everybody was doing it, okay? Yeah, man. I ran into my ex-girlfriend on the street the other day. It was a little bit awkward, but I feel like she would have given me more attention post me running into her. Like send me a text, hey Ted, it was good to see you. We should get coffee sometime, right? Like something nice. And then considering the last 4 times we've spoken, I was the one who reached out. I was not about to be desperate and reach out for time number 5, right? Yeah, dude, that shit is too much. She never hit me up, and then in my head I was like, why would she not message me? You know, we had an amicable breakup. And then it hit me like her and her mother must have found out by now that I'm still using their family Amazon Prime TV account to purchase episodes of Gossip Girl. You know what I'm saying? It's a good fucking show, man. It's a good show. It's look though, man. It's awkward, dude. So the flight down here was pretty chill. As I was saying, mate, I was pretty tired afterwards. But seriously, I sat in seat 34D. For those of you who don't know, that is the seat that is directly on the bathroom, okay? So I saw like 150 people go to the bathroom, and I was like, this is the worst experience I think I've had flying in my entire life. And then I thought to myself, I was like, dude, the only time I really like 34D is if we're talking boobs. You know what I'm saying? Right, yes. You know what I'm saying, right, man? All right, we're young enough, I guess, dude. So our flight got delayed like 30 minutes, which initially was like a pain in the ass, right? But like when you hear a pilot come over the loudspeaker and he's like, we're gonna be delayed about another 35 minutes here. You hear everybody, and he's due to mechanical issues, and everybody on the plane's like, ugh. And I'm like, guys, the alternative is that we just die mid-air. Like, I'd rather take 30 minutes, right? All right, guys, I'm Ted Jones from New York. Everybody have a good night. I was walking on the street, and I saw just vomit. Frozen vomit. Can you imagine, man? Like, you've thrown up, and then 12 hours later, somebody trips on it. Yes. This fall was sponsored by Campbell's Chicken Noodle Soup. Throw up on the side of the street. Frozen throw up, bro, that's savage, man. People out here drinking. Also, like, if you drink, I mean, it makes more sense to be drinking in this winter, right? Gives you that, like, gives you that fake coat, that drunk coat. Oh, my God, it was so funny. Like, I remember when I was probably 19 or 20 years old, before I was legally allowed to drink, okay, I will say, me and my buddy on the tennis team, dude, we would go to these frat parties, and we knew that as soon as we got into that basement, it was gonna be gross and disgusting, and 10 minutes in, we were gonna be sweating because it's so hot in there. So like carrying around a jacket is just a jam. It's the AP, we call it, the anti-poon, meaning no chicks are gonna wanna go back to your dorm or whatever if you're just standing around with a freaking winter coat, right? So you leave the winter coat at home. We would jog to the frat house in a t-shirt and jeans, 20-degree weather. It was like a mile and a half away. We'd get to the house, we'd be like all warmed up. We'd get in there. We'd still be sweating because it was so freaking hot and gross in these frat houses. And then we'd be wasted and we'd just freaking jog home in our Timbs. That's hilarious, dude. I feel like college kids now, like, they don't know how good they have it with the Ubers. Before, we had sober rides, and you can never count on these sober rides, right? Half the time, these kids who were supposed to be sober for the entire night, giving everybody rides, they would just get twisted, man. That's a benefit, though, of being in a frat. I'd say like 10 years ago in college, like the tennis team wasn't really a frat. There wasn't a tennis house. There wasn't like a sober driver. But nowadays, there's just got to be so much easier to get around, you know? Life's a little bit too easy for these... what are you even called, you people who are in college right now? Is that Gen X? I don't even know. I can't keep track of all these things, dude. I got a lot of things to remember, okay? My freaking social security number, my cell phone, my address. There are a lot of numbers, okay? So I can't remember those names that maybe I'm not as significant. You know what I'm saying? One thing that I have been trying to do, and dude, to be honest, like I don't even know if I'm making an attempt to do it. It's like biting my nails. I've never gotten a manicure. I want to show you guys my nails here. I've never gotten a manicure before, and I don't know, maybe it's time I get one. I don't know if you really see it, if it's so much in focus, but every time, even like when I'm at the gym, dude, I notice myself, I'm just picking my nails. I'm picking my nails until I just bite the end off. And then sometimes I get bloody nails or like bloody cuticles, dude. It's like, what are you doing? You can control other parts of your life, but then when it comes to biting your nails, you can't. It's like, bro, figure it out. You know, sometimes that's so weird. You know, you can control aspects of your life, some aspects of your life, and then others are just like put a damper on your life. You know, like if you watch My Strange Addiction, you would judge all these people who have strange addictions, but then the people like, I guess myself, who has like a pretty standard addiction to biting my nails, it's like, bro, an addiction's an addiction. You know, it's not good. I guess like, well, there are a lot of addictions that can be beneficial to you, but any addiction isn't a great addiction. You know, if you're a workaholic, you know, you got to spend some time with your family. If you got a family, or time resting, but doing something 24/7 always is not the move, man. And I'll tell you what, speaking of 24/7 always, this freaking zipper, ever since I've gotten these jeans, have jammed me up, man. It won't close, bro. So like automatically, anytime somebody looks at my wang or in the direction of my wang, oh, your zipper's down. Yeah? Why don't you stop looking at my nut down here, right? God! I don't even know. Can I speak about this? Yeah, I'm going to speak about this. The people who live either, I won't specify, either upstairs from me, across the hall from me, or the people who share a wall with me are always getting it on. It's crazy. And like, it's fine. There's specific type of getting it on that these people do. It seems like it's a few gay people and they make noise sometimes. Okay. I'm not saying that I haven't heard it in my apartment literally and sent the audio to one of my boys, but sometimes it gets ridiculous. So like, do you guys have a suggestion for me? Has this ever happened to you where your neighbors are making too much noise? And I'm 1,000%, maybe I'm 999%, I should say, sure that it's sexual noise, and I don't know how to handle it. I just pretend like I ignore it or whatever. And if it's happening at night, I'll put on my fan, I'll put on my white noise machine, and usually that will help. But besides that, it's a little bit ridiculous. And how do you even address that? You know what I mean? If I told the building management, sorry, I'm whispering. I don't want them to open their door and then hear me talking. But do I tell building management, like, yeah, my neighbors who are freaking next door to me, whether it's upstairs, across the hall, or sharing the wall, they make a lot of noise. And they're doing it. They're doing it. Literally. All right, guys. Well, that was a personal touch on the end of this episode. And let me know if you guys kind of like the format of this. I've never done this before, like walking around. I usually just do it on the sofa. But let me know in the comments. Follow my stand-up channel below, linking it in the description. And this is the first time you guys are listening to the Ted Jones podcast. Welcome. I should say, if this is the first time you guys are listening to the Ted Jones World podcast, welcome. If you enjoy my hair, thanks. All right, guys. Until the next pod. See you next time. Peace.